Ballerina is like an unwanted child, the result of John Wick's illegitimate relationship with B movies.
Damn. Son of a bitch. God.
Ballerina does not look like the father. In appearance, the action scenes in John Wick franchise are striking, enemies are stronger and charismatic, the protagonist, Keanu Reeves, is more believable, and many other differences. They are common in just one feature. The story of each pair is boring. A one-line super cliché story which is like the first idea that touches the person who wants to try writing his very first story. Plus, no characterization, no one to sympathize with, it's just a complex of interesting fights, and its audience is okay with it. Something that in Ballerina is even disappointing and boring. The action scenes were the best time for me to scroll social networks. And things weren't much different with my family either.
This is so boring!
And things even get better when the makers decide to change the mood by giving exciting toys to characters. And the conflict turns to which toy is cooler. Let's take a look at the story. The story is about Eve Macaro, the daughter of assassin Javier of the Rosca Roma crime syndicate, and his cultist wife. As a child, Eve was taken away from the cult by Javier, which led to the death of her mother. To retrieve Eve, the cult and its chancellor raid their home. Javier dies as he helps Eve escape. New York Continental manager Winston Scott brings Eve to the Rosca Roma, where she meets her director and agrees to enlist. Over the next 12 years, Eve trains as a ballerina, assassin, and bodyguard. She completes her training by killing a former Rosca Roma member and earns the title of Kikimora. The problem is, the audience just watches her training physically, and the filmmaker doesn't mention mental perspectives, the pressures, and the oppressions she went through, not only as a human, but as a little girl without parents.
What the heck is that, man?
Anyway, on her first mission, Eve can successfully make it. While on a mission 2 months later, Eve is attacked by and kills a cultist. She asks the director about the cult, but is forbidden from pursuing them due to a long-standing truce between the cult and the Rosca Roma. Eve disobeys the director and visits the New York Continental to find a clue. And then she kills a dozen people, and that's it. Ballerina is super cliché in every perspective, from the first shot to the end.
What the heck is that, man?
It was disappointing in box office among John Wick franchise, and I believe even if it wasn't attached to John Wick, it would sell many fewer. Even Ana De Armas is boring in the film. And the question is, how could you turn something sexy and cute to a waste? I personally prefer her in James Bond. The idea film is like the result of the worst writer brainstorming after leaving the cinema after watching John Wick. Oh, I like it. Let's make a female John Wick, or something like that. And even in that many time tested idea, there are some mistakes. Someone tells me, what does being a ballerina has to do with this film and the main character? What feature it adds to the main character, and what differences it brings to the movie? The filmmaker is kidding us. He just liked the title without any reason to choose it.